Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta, aka Roswell. Also from where are you? Weston, Florida.
Davy, close enough.
Davy, another name, and Tampa with Mr. Rob Price from ALGV, Suzanne Rogers, Southeast BDM for Iberostar, and I am Carlos Perez Villa, Vauclenberg Alacantrias de la Guardia Guadalupe. Great to be here.
Full name.
Happy to be here and excited to be able to share this platform with these two wonderful people. Without further ado, let's get her going. Here at Iberostar, we are not just in the Caribbean, Mexico, and Jamaica. We are actually worldwide. We're in Africa, South America, throughout Europe, predominantly in Spain, Canary Islands, Tenerife, Mallorca, and believe it or not, we have a river cruise as well, right up the Amazon. We'll go ahead and switch that. Where are the Americas? We're looking at Mexico, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, and Brazil is typically, we can go to the next, is typically what we promote here in the United States. And with those and inside of our, or under our umbrella of Iberostar, we have 4 different categories of hotel, or levels, so to speak. Our introductory and our best value would be our Iberostar branded properties. We have our Iberostar selection properties, which have upgraded amenities as well as exclusivities. Then the coral level. We actually currently have 2 corals. One is in Cancun, which is its own freestanding hotel, which I feel we knocked it out of the park with. And the other is in Bávaro, in Punta Cana, in the Dominican Republic, where it's kind of like a hotel within a hotel. Think of it as a concierge level floor that only those people who are in that concierge level category are able to access. And then the Grand has the most exclusivity, most personalized service, and the highest graded amenities. For those that are looking at this, the orange on the right, which is our Grand and what I'm rocking today, all has access to everything to the left of it. Coral has access to everything to the left of it. Selection as well. Iberostar is able to intermingle between theirs, and we'll go to the next slide. Our resorts in Mexico. We have 11 beautiful resorts. In Riviera Maya, we're looking at 5. Playa del Carmen, we have 2 of what are pretty much, they're my top 2 favorites. In Cancun, we have 2, Cozumel, beautiful little spot, and in Riviera Nayarit, which is actually my favorite, and it's the top right photo in that slide. Here, I'll give you a kind of aerial view of what our complexes work with. This is our Paraíso complex. To the left, you have the Grand, and just as I was saying before on the other slide, they could go to the left. In this case, they can go to the right. Those on the right can't access anything to the left as far as exchange privileges. On the left side is the Iberostar Grand Paraíso, the Iberostar Selection Paraíso Maya, the Ibero Selection Paraíso Lindo, Iberostar Paraíso Beach, and Paraíso del Mar. Both of those Iberostars do have exchange privileges. However, they cannot go to the left, but everyone on the left can go to the right. Move on. I'll start off with the Paraíso Grand and the Paraíso Complex. This is an adults only. All of our Grands are actually adults only. It's located in Riviera Maya. We're looking at about 35 minutes from the airport. Here they've got 3 different pools to choose from, one of which is indoor. So when it's raining, even though if you're already wet, does the rain really matter? But that's just me. As long as there's not lightning, I'm probably swimming. I think it comes from my heritage. But here they have access again to the entire complex. We've got a water park in this complex, as well as a playa or Paraíso Pueblo, where we've got cigar bars, our club, and everybody can access. Here we will be closed until from August 1st to the 31st, just to throw that out there. I forgot to mention that. We're going to be revamping some of the public areas and restaurants, as well as some rooms. Golf Iberostar, you're looking at $89 for our guests who are staying at the Grand to be able to have unlimited rounds of golf. Now, that is per person per day, and it's $89. And I really do recommend making sure that you pay for this, reaching out to our club prior, to our golf club or pro club prior, to get that paid for in US dollars. Because should you decide to do that on site, it will be subject to the exchange fees, other taxes and things. It could come out to about probably a little over $109. But yes, that's available for all our Grand. It's available at a discount for the rest of the complex as well. Paraíso Maya Suites, this is a favorite for a lot of our agents and a lot of our guests. The pools are, when you're standing in this little pyramid you see down at the bottom at this very first pool, which is actually a wave pool that goes for 20 minutes every hour with a lifeguard. Pretty cool little option there. But when you stand in that middle thing, that pool seems like it just stretches out forever. 434 rooms. With this, they have access to the Lindo, Del Mar, and beach. So that gives them their own little area to be able to do things. And with this, they also have access to the water park. Have to shamelessly throw this slide in the middle of my complex because this is where we tend to have the most 2-bedroom family suites. If you're looking to have connecting rooms and you need to have connecting rooms confirmed, this is actually going to not only be a way to guarantee them, but it's actually a little bit better priced as well because it's considered one room, not 2 separate rooms being booked and then hopefully requesting to have them connecting. But here we've got them all throughout the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Mexico. And it's a really great tool to use and a great way for you to be able to make sure that you have those connecting rooms confirmed. Paraíso Lindo, 448 rooms with exclusivity as well. Those who are in the Paraíso Maya as well as the Grand do have access to this. They also have access to the Del Mar and beach, looking at 9 swimming pools as opposed to 10 on the other side, spa, convention center, golf, as well as our Star Camp. Our Star Camp's available for every one of our resorts in the complex. And again, those exchange privileges are to 2 other hotels. And they also are able to share on and use this beautiful Aqua Fun water park. It's got we've got, again, a lazy river. We've got a ton of slides, 7 slides, 196 feet, a little bit more than that. Can't quite say 200, but over 196, I guess, sounds nice. But it's actually fun. They're fast. We give the tubes. And again, we have the tubes for the lazy river. At the Paraíso Beach, this is an Iberostar branded property. They have exchange privileges with the Del Mar. We're looking at, again, just like on the other side, about 30 minutes from the airport. We're all in the same complex. They've got the ability to access the Del Mar, excuse me. Sorry, I already said that. They have access to the golf course at discounted rates, convention center, Star Camp. Our Star Camp here is great for kids from 3 all the way to 17. Those tweens that are usually the forgotten demographic amongst children or the younger people, we got it. We opened the club early for them. And they've got other things, over 140 different activities to be able to take advantage of. But here they have their buffet and 2 different pools. 388 rooms at the Paraíso Del Mar, that same buffet, 8 bars. And of all of these, every one of them has access to a swim-up bar, which is always a hot commodity. Now we move on to Toucan and Quetzal. This is in Playa del Carmen. You're looking at about 45 to 50 minutes or so from the airport. These 2 beautiful, lovely properties right next door to each other. And these guys really put into real life what is sustainability. There's a walkway between the 2 here that is just unreal. You literally feel like you're within a rainforest or in the jungle. You're walking down through roots that are older than all of us. And really, they share exchange privileges they're able to go to. And technically, if they wanted to, they could go to the Paraíso complex and deal with the Iberostar properties on that side with the beach and Del Mar as well. So on to Toucan. So one of these, I want to say Toucan is the one that has more single beds, and the Quetzal is the one that has more doubles. I'm going with that. I feel confident. I hope that it's right, but I'm sure I'll find out later if it wasn't. But again, these two are in Playa del Carmen and about 45 minutes from the airport. Now, right around the corner from the airport in the hotel zone, we have these two beautiful properties. Our Iberostar Cancun, our Iberostar Selection Cancun, and our Iberostar Coral Level Cancun. This is the Coral that is a standalone building. It is the one to the right that you're looking at in this picture. And the views from every single one of these is absolutely spectacular. I think the water in Cancun is probably the best and most beautiful in the world. For the Coral Level in Cancun, you're looking at 156 rooms, so kind of boutique. And again, it's got exclusivity. So those that are at the Selection can't come over, and it's adults only. One great selling point for this is that infinity pool that you're looking at there is actually open 24 hours. They have their own private check-in. They have their own exclusive beach area with their concierge. They've got their buffet, which I tend to go to every time because I got to get my chilaquiles cooked right there on the spot, fresh and to go. You've got other stuff that you can choose, but I tend to go with the show cooks. 24-hour room service as well. At the Iberostar Selection Cancun, you're looking at a beautiful property that we have slowly but surely began renovating. We've got most of the accommodations have been touched up a bit, and this is looking like maybe 15 minutes from when you grab your bag at the luggage claim and then take it over to our lobby. You'll be there within probably 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. 5 bars and a swim-up bar. In Cozumel, down the road a little bit, probably about an hour and a half from the airport, you're looking at a resort with bungalow-style rooms with really, honestly, I feel like one of the biggest beaches on the island, because if you've ever been to Cozumel, there's not really too much beach. And not only do we have beach, we've got a pier and our own boats. And with our partnership with Dressel Divers, you actually are within 15 minutes of leaving your room and already being on the second largest reef in the Caribbean. So if you've got divers, Cozumel is the place to go for sure. We have a cool parrot that lives in our lobby for the most part. His name is Pablo. I want to say his name is Pablo, and he's like, "Hola, hola, Pablo," all day. Pretty cool.
Is that his name? I didn't know that.
Paco, P-A-C-O. Paco. Pretty cool. I've got some videos of it. They're on my Facebook if you guys would like to look.
Awesome.
Now, my favorite property, which has totally stolen my heart as of a month ago when I got to visit it, is our Playa Mita, our Iberostar Selection Playa Mita. This is in Riviera Nayarit. It's about an hour, I'd say, from the airport. And it could be less. I mean, depends on how crazy that one road in and one road out is, or how fast your driver decides to get you out there. But this is an absolutely spectacular resort. We have, as you can see, a crazy long beach. We have a dock or a deck where we celebrate weddings, where we have receptions. This is absolutely stunning property. It has access to the golf course, which this one we do not own, but still we do get a very nice discounted rate. And bring a lot of balls. You're going down the coast. You're probably going to have to, dig into the bag a couple times. But 5 bars, again, all self-sustaining. It's individual. It's within a safe complex. And Riviera Nayarit is so close to Soyalita. You're able to go get the immersion of the Mexican culture as well, should you decide to go out. Fly into Puerto Vallarta, by the way. In Mexico, we're looking at a ton of meeting space. If you've got a sales meeting or a retreat for a church or a revival or a family reunion, I really think that we can house them all, especially in Cancun with capacities of up to almost 3,500 people. In the Paraíso complex, you're looking at 1,500 people, 450 in Playa Car, and then in Playa Mita, 600. I love it. Our resorts in the Dominican Republic, pretty close to the airport, all of them. We have 7 total. we're looking at Punta Cana, Bahia Ibe, and Puerto Plata. So in Iberostar Punta Cana complex, we're going to start on the left side. It's a little backwards. We're looking at it from the water. Now we're looking at it to the water. So the Grand is now on the right side. Everything on the right has access to everything on the left. Those that are on the left are within theirs. So on the left-hand side, you're looking at Punta Cana and Dominicana. Those are Iberostar level. Then you've got our coral level, which is in the coral type color. That is the hotel within the hotel I was referring to. That is our Iberostar Bávaro Coral Bávaro. And then you have our Iberostar Selection, which is the much larger of the two and the largest one within that resort complex. And then what I believe to be, and I'm pretty sure that Suzanne feels to be, our most beautiful property, our Grand Bávaro.
My personal favorite, but you can't tell my family in Jamaica. But I
So let's take a look at the Grand. So cool little fun fact, this sailboat you see randomly in the middle of the resort, that used to be one of our founders. That was our founder's boat and didn't want to get rid of it. So he decided to throw it into this middle of the resort in the water. If you see, we have a common water theme amongst all of our resorts. But what's cool about this is that you're able to board the ship. Not only that, but it's a pretty cool social media post to begin with. But inside of it, it's a disco, kind of like a club karaoke kind of thing. Pretty cool. Going from a cobbler to having a sailboat to having a resort to put the pool and have a sailboat in the middle of it. It's pretty cool, actually. Kind of a cool history. So we're about 25 minutes, I'd say, from the Punta Cana airport. With the Grand, they have access to the other 4 resorts within this complex, 5 bars, one of which, of course, is a swim-up bar. Don't forget about the golf for $89, which comes out to about $109 after the government decides to stick their paws in there and the exchanges and all that. But here you're looking at an amazing time and an unbelievable bang for the buck. I mean, all of ours are great bang for the buck, but that Grand is so beautiful and what's being offered is out of control. And one thing I'll throw out there is if the expectation is given to your clients correctly, I see no reason why we as a whole, no matter where we're at, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to and why we wouldn't overachieve and overgo. So for 596 rooms, this is our largest within this complex. Again, it's in the same complex, so you're only looking at about a half hour maybe max from the airport, and access to 2 other hotels, which are the Punta Cana and Dominicana. All of our pools are kind of lake style type pools, and the buffet is theirs. 6 specialty restaurants, as well as the others that they might want to be able to get into as well. The coral level at Bávaro is its own hotel within a hotel. This is the infinity pool in front of what is their exclusive side of the beach, more exclusivity and upgraded amenities. So a great buy there as well, with access to the selection, Punta Cana and Dominicana. Dominicana and Punta Cana are kind of mirror properties of each other, kind of like brother and sister. Both of those pools are shared by them. They have their own private spa. The Fit and Fun gym is actually huge, and it's accessible by everyone in the complex, and it's gorgeous. It's 3 levels long, or 3 levels high, and even has grass or artificial turf outside for you to be able to use should you want to do some stuff outside. Here we have the Coral Lab for our wave of change. So that Coral Lab is actually something that the Star Camp reps and people who are there who take the kids to. They actually, it's a really cool excursion and a means to be able to share that sustainability that we so proudly preach and have incorporated into our lives as BDMs and as a company in general. Punta Cana, again, mirror property with the Dominicana, and pretty much right out of the box. She's been shut down for a long time, just recently reopened. So she's got the stickers still on the TV. Hacienda Dominicus. Okay, so for me, Toucan and Quexel are number 2. And Hacienda Dominicus, this one, is right there with it.
I agree.
I'm absolutely
love this.
I love lighthouses, and the lighthouse that we have on the beach here is gorgeous during sunset. When that sun's coming down, you've got in between. The beach is long and vast. It's a fairly large resort, but it doesn't feel that large because of how we've spaced out our pools, how the accommodations are kind of searched around in individual buildings. They have their own fit and fun gym, tennis courts. Forgot to mention that we have pickleball courts as well. They are tennis courts in some places where we've kind of changed it up and configured it to be able to be pickleball. And then we have pickleball courts as well in other places.
Oops.
Where'd it go?
There we go.
It's that delay. You gotta love it. In Costa Dorada, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say when I'm Hispanic. Costa Dorada is kind of like the Puerto Plata area. So it's really only about 10 miles, probably 15 minutes from the airport in Puerto Plata. We've got 3 pools. Again, we've got meeting rooms here. We have meeting rooms at all of our hotels. So it makes for really easy congregating should you have any sort of group that wants to have a private space. Makes it really easy to do that. For those of you who go into Puerto Plata on a cruise, feel free to reach out to your BDM for a day pass so that you can see this resort. It is different. And I don't know if you could notice by all those pictures that we've put up really kind of over things, but we're not cookie cutter. You will see things that are similar, like we use marble. We have the water feel and theme throughout most of our resorts, but nothing's cookie cutter. But here with the 516 rooms, you get that day pass, reach out to your BDM and we'll make sure to get you on. And I even had an agent recently. He took 10 of his family members and took an inspection himself while his friends and family were out there on the beach. In the Dominican Republic, we can definitely make some fairly large groups happen, especially with private space. You're looking at 480 people with meeting rooms out there in the Bávaro complex. You also have another one for 178, 330, 480, and 400. As far as Jamaica is concerned, for the 3 resorts we have there and having meeting space for 400 people, it's pretty nice. Very spacious, lots of room and room for opportunity. Our resorts in Jamaica are located in the Rose Hall district or Rose Hall zone. We are opposite the airplanes and the airport, so none of that will bother you. You're not going to have it landing on top of your hotel room. You're not going to have it landing next to your beach, nor will it bother you, but you're only 20 minutes from when you grab your bag to being in our lobby. 295 rooms for the smallest, and the biggest is 400. The Iberostar Rose Hall Grand, the Rose Hall Iberostar Grand, is beautiful property, feels small. Again, we're only about 20 minutes from there. We have 5 specialty restaurants. You're looking at 4 pools and the ability to have those exchange privileges with the other 2 that we have, which are the Rose Hall Suites and the beach. Access to the golf, a little different in Jamaica because we don't own those golf courses, but the ones that we do have access to and partnerships with are awesome and very famous, actually. Some have actually been on the PGA Tour. The Rose Hall Suites, you're looking at 319 rooms, 5 bars, a buffet. I want to say it's a lazy river, right? We got a lazy river on this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Turns out I can get it right sometimes. We also have access to the Rose Hall Beach. Here's where we have our Star Cafe as well, which is open 24 hours a day. In all of our resort complex, I didn't say that, but in all of our resort complexes, we do have a Star Cafe, which is open 24 hours, which allows for you to get your snacks and desserts and sweets and sandwiches at any time of night. And my favorite is that chocolate vanilla mocha. Frap, got to get it frozen and ground it up, you know?
To try that
Rose Hall Beach is actually the buffet I go to. What'd you say, Suzanne? Sorry.
I said I have to try that next time I go.
Yes, I love it. I don't love what it does to my waistline, but I definitely love the way it tastes.
You're not supposed to pay attention to that when you're down there.
If I don't, I'm going to come back with an inner tube around my waist that I can't remove. But Rose Hall Beach is actually my favorite buffet for breakfast. I make it a point to go from the Grand over to the beach because this is our largest one in this resort complex. It has the most offerings. It doesn't mean that the others are bad. I'm a fat boy at heart, so I like to take advantage and get as much as I can and not have to walk as far. All right, Iberostar Grand Aruba is going to be adults only and on Eagle Beach. You're looking at 240 rooms, so not quite boutique, but not anywhere near what we would consider big. It's going to have a lobby bar as well as the Star Cafe, Star Prestige with indoor and outdoor, as well as their own pool area. We'll have a casino. It will be EP, but EP with stipulations. So 20% of the hotel can technically be all-inclusive, as well as groups larger than a certain number. So if a group's larger than whatever that number's set at, that has the option of being all-inclusive, as well as not take away from the 20% of the hotel that we do. And that's actually not something we've chosen. It's something that we're kind of forced to do because Aruba's government wants you to partake in what is Aruba. And honestly, on that little island, there is a ton of fantastic cuisine. And we're on Eagle Beach, so you know you're going to have some beautiful waters. And let's take a look at these different renderings we've got up. We're actually ahead of schedule right now. We're looking to open in October. That's not changing, but as far as building, we're definitely ahead of schedule, which is great news. Just look at these colors. It's soft, it's open, it's bright, it's new. It feels like, I don't know. I think this might be the standard that we pull across and hopefully implement across the board with our resorts everywhere else. We do promote heavily the Brazil, Jamaica, Mexico here, and the Dominican Republic here in the US, but we are a worldwide company. We do have 120 worldwide. We've got a ton throughout Europe, and Suzanne and I are actually going to have the opportunity and privilege to go out to Tenerife and Mallorca to go see some of those. So hopefully fams are soon come for you guys as well.
Absolutely.
But coming soon, and renovations. We're looking at, these are the Iberostar Paraíso Lindo upgrades. You see, we kind of made it a little bit more sophisticated in the room, opened it up, added different light fixtures. I like what we've done with this. Feels bigger, feels more homey. And the Paraíso Maya, Iberostar Paraíso Maya, we've added, again, that same touch. Kind of opened it up, changed up the furniture a little bit, and the lighting fixture is a little bit brighter, I should say. So at the Iberostar Punta Cana, after the refurbishments, you're looking at the right side. We got rid of the 1980s throw rug for curtains and have now made it much more simple. Sorry, Suzanne.
That's okay.
Here we've lightened the furniture at the Iberostar Selection Cancun. We've lightened the furniture, changed a little bit of what we've got up on the walls. But again, we've simplified it and tried to brighten it up. Here we changed the angle of the same photo, it looks like, unfortunately. But we did lighten the furniture. We changed the light fixtures, and we've opened it up a bit. So it looks a little cleaner, looks a little bit bigger too.
Some subtle differences.
Yeah. At the Rose Hall Suites, you're looking at what we've changed on this side. We got rid of that dark background, which kind of made it dreary in the room. We've lightened up the furniture, changed the light fixtures, and brightened it up. Make it more welcoming, I suppose. For the agent tools and resources, this is I think that we offer some of the most we've got everything on iberostaragents.com. Seriously, everything. When you guys ask us a question we don't have the answer to, we go here. And you guys have full access to it. Please do not share this website with your clients. It is open source. You don't have to register for it. This is specifically for you, the agent. So here you can also get to your Star Agents platform. If you look at the top right, you click there to get to your Star Agents program and where you get your rewards. Just for signing up, you get 500 points. On top of that, we're running specials where when you book weddings, you're getting double points on your stay for that wedding. You're getting double points for your client stays on that wedding. And we currently have the old platform up for Star Agents, which doesn't allow for what we've tried to implement. But if most of you have been signed up with us, I'm sure you've noticed the downage that we had with all that. I'm talking to the BDM slide just so you guys have a chance to screenshot it if you'd like to. But what we're doing and what's taken us a while and apparently has been much more cumbersome and complicated is we've listened to you, and we're trying to utilize that platform to let you guys use your points for more than just your stay, for free stays. We want you to be able to use it for a private dinner for your clients, or for massages or facials, or whatever the case may be. But these are your BDM teams. I saw that we've got some people here represented by Amy. Saw another one that was represented by over there in New York with Mr. Narciso Moreno. And our brand newest baby to the bunch is Kathy Heavey. She's in the upper Midwest. And I can't not shout out Jan. She's a staple. That's Mama Bear.
That's Mama Bear.
Any of this information, it's really easy to get. Iberostaragents.com/US/team. Resort contacts. When you click in those top 3 little buttons you see, or 2 lines up in the top left, it drops down and it shows that 3 slides ago, it shows the weddings and golf and all that. You can click on the resort contacts. You can click on resources and literally get the contact for the front desk, the groups, weddings, all of that is all within that one spot. My recommendation is to get that info, keep it, download it, and whenever you send any correspondence to them, copy your BDM. When we're copied in, it helps not only for them to see that we're copied, but for us to be able to better follow up for you, and you not have to wait for us to send that request, because we do get oodles of those a day. And it's a shame, because sometimes, we're on the road for 5-6 days at a time. Wedding promotion, which I was speaking to earlier, we are one of, I guess, a few in the industry that are actually offering commissions, and it's at 15%. You're getting 2 times the star points on their accommodations as well. And then for anyone who's booking that, we offer a 5 complimentary nights for them to come back to any one of the hotels and maybe for their honeymoon. They have the wedding, then come back for 5 days to celebrate their honeymoon. Under resources, which I was referring to too, what the screenshot you're looking at now is after having clicked on those 2 lines at the top left, this is what comes down. You click on resources, and this next page is what you see. Again, this is typically when I do my presentations for you guys, I'm not going through slides. I'm typically running through there and then answering questions as they come up. For those of you who are in my region, Carolinas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, let's get together. I would love to get out to you guys and have some public meetings and or virtual, whatever's best for you guys. Iberostar Agents Rewards Program, I feel, is very valuable and has a lot of worth. So make sure to get in there and register your bookings. If you're booking through ALGV, which you should be, and you're using VAX, under where you put accommodation requests like king bed, near pool, near beach, put a hashtag, your 4-digit code that we gave you from Star Agents, hashtag, and you don't even have to register it with us. It's automated. So again, hashtag your code, hashtag within the comment field where you would normally put your requests, and that you'll be able to have that registered with us. They do expire after 2 years. If you're getting to the point where they're going to expire, we can talk about how we can extend those with a little a little circumvention.
The inside tip.
With this program, you aren't just using what we have all inclusive. You have the ability to book 72. Last I checked, there was 72 hotels in that drop down, ranging from Tenerife, Canary Islands, Morocco, our river cruise. All of that is available for your points to be used, which is fantastic. And if you're able to finagle and get in there on like a Black Friday deal, we give you your TA rate and your Star Agent points is all based on that. So if you've got our best promo, so if you're getting a Black Friday promo and you decide to use your points and or a TA rate, you could, what you would normally get for 2 nights in points, you probably get 5. Make sure to download our app, whether you have a client there or whether you're going or not, have it on your phone. It's almost as good of a tool. I want to say it's as good of a tool as the Iberostaragents.com, because you can literally see the entertainment on property. You can see what they've done. You may not have live access because they've not, or you haven't checked in, but again, you have all the restaurants, the menus, the details, the meeting places. You see different pools. It's pretty intense little app, and a really good tool to help answer a lot of questions for your clients without them even having to ask you. Please screenshot this and join our Iberostar Agents USA group. Feel free to follow us on Instagram. We do post on Instagram, but on that Facebook group, you see the good, the great, the grand, the wonderful, the bad, and the ugly. We don't tend to filter out anything that's there. We do have some things that tend to get ugly, but at least you see it raw, you see it uncut, and we're not shying from it. We know we're not perfect, but we know we're pretty darn good too. So please feel free to join those, and you'll be able to speak with your BDMs in there and see all the updates that we've got and speak with your colleagues and counterparts. I have so much gratitude for the partnership that we have with ALGV, for my team, for having the opportunity to be able to speak to you guys, but more so to have a close relationship with Mr. Rob Price, who I'm going to introduce. Yeah, what? You just waxed that cue ball, man. That thing looking shiny, boy.
Poor Rob. Looks good, Rob.
Take it away, Rob. Up to you.
All right. Well, man, that is a lot of content. Thank you, Carlos and Suzanne, for allowing me to join in today. And the reason why we co-partnered this webinar for everybody is Iberostar is ALG Vacations Hotel Supplier Partner of the Month. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of our amazing sales that are exclusive to Iberostar, and they're exclusive to new bookings made this month. So Suzanne, I think you're going to still have to drive the slides.
Yes, I think so. Okay, no problem, Rob.
Here we go. Let's kick off for all you folks that book groups with us. You're going to receive complimentary round trip transfers to the Iberostar Grand down in Bavaro. You're going to get a free VIP meet and greet at the Montego Bay Airport, including the fast track immigration, which is a really nice convenience, and access, most importantly, to the lounge at the airport, which is Club Mo Bay. In addition to that, you're going to get private dinner with a special menu and an upgraded selection of wine at the Coral level and at the what am I thinking? At the selection. So these are great exclusive benefits that you're going to get year round. We have a program with all 6 of our ALG brands called Exclusive Perks. And so these extra amenities you're not going to get with any other tour operator or booking online. This is another great reason to book Iberostar with ALG Vacations. Next slide. Again, Carlos touched on it briefly, but guys, please remember, Iberostar as well as ALG, we're so much more than just Mexico and Caribbean. We have all of the Iberostar product worldwide available for sale. So when you're going to Spain, the Canary Islands, Portugal, all of this product is live today, and you can book with ALG Vacations. Next one. And check out the coming soon. Ibiza, other properties in Portugal, another Mallorca. So I like to say, if you're an expert in Mexico, Caribbean, all-inclusive, and you have clients that have never been to Europe, using a company like Iberostar is a great transition because they're familiar with the property layout. They're familiar with the hotel, the restaurants. So this is a great stepping stone for those clients that have been to Cancun a bunch of times and want to try Europe. So why not keep them with that same supplier that you know is quality and that they're familiar with? So it's a great leverage point to get your folks over to Europe. Next slide. Now here's the big kicker. I think this sale, we do a supplier partner of the month every month, and Iberostar really knocked it out of the park with savings this month. They've automatically reduced and have a great sale up to $400 instantly. That's already loaded in VAX. And this includes their European hotels. The Get Paid to Upgrade bonus commission is a feature, again, that's exclusive with ALG. If you see an Iberostar hotel that has that green little box that says bonus commission, they are doubling your bonus commission this month. So what that means is you're going to get 4% additional commission on top of your earned land commission level all month long for new bookings. So I haven't seen one that high. So that's a really great commission bonus for you guys. And then, of course, our Waves program. That's our frontline advisor reward program for you guys. Hopefully everybody on the call is registered. You do have to create a Waves account one time to earn Waves points. But not only are you going to earn Waves points for everything you sell on our platform, this month on these new bookings with Iberostar, they're going to kick in an additional 4,000 Waves bonus points. So you are going to have a higher commission, you're going to get a great product, and you're going to earn bonus Waves points. The great thing with your Waves points, guys, remember, it's not just travel rewards. You can redeem your Waves points for a virtual Visa card and get cold hard cash. So it's just another great reason to keep booking with ALG. This next slide, this is for group bookers. It's a tiered group incentive based on how many rooms you're booking, whether at the grand or the non-grand hotels. But as you can see, you can earn up to a $1,200 group credit when you're booking a grand hotel of 41 or plus rooms. And the travel window is extended all the way out to November 15th of this year. And every time you book a group with Iberostar and ALG this month, as long as it's 15 or more rooms, you're going to get a chance to spin and win a 3-night hotel stay. You're going to get one drawing for each group that you book this month, and it's for travel all the way through April of next year. And again, that reminds me on the FIT promotion, the travel window on the FIT promotion extends all the way through April of next year as well. So it's a very long booking window with Iberostar this month. And another thing, hopefully you guys know this already, but if you haven't, last September, we launched a brand new website. It's very simple. It's just algvacations.com. It's going to have all 6 of our brands in one place. You're going to use the same Vax login that you use currently. It gives you quick access to support. It's mobile friendly. You can work on your iPad or a tablet. It's super clean design and much easier to use. Now, if you're using the original Vax, don't worry, it's not going away. If you prefer that, you do not change a thing, but we do want you to let you know to start checking out the new website because I think you're going to find it a lot more easier to navigate. When you click support on the new website, it's going to bring you to this page. Click to contact. Guys, this is going to alleviate you being on hold. You can click to chat, click to email, or click to call back. This is going to populate a ticket number with your Vax ID. So there's a written record of what you're trying to do with that booking. So it eliminates a lot of back and forth. Again, it creates a record of it. It'll get your modification or your question solved faster. But again, at the end of the day, if you prefer to call in, our number is never going to go away. You can always feel free to call 866-ALG-DESK. And in closing, don't forget about our certification program, guys. You know, our technology we feel is the best in the industry. We're always enhancing the platform. But to really close sales and increase sales and just be more efficient, you need to become certified with ALGV Pro. It takes literally, there's 10 modules. They're about 15 minutes a piece. Break it up over a couple of weeks. And the way to find the Pro registration is our new website address, /ALGV Pro. And for those group bookers, once again, every single month, we hold a series of group webinars. I realize 2 of these have already passed, but if you go to our new website, /calendar, you're going to find the calendar for all of our upcoming live webinars. And it really, this is our training team that's going to get you started from the basics to mastering the technology. And really, as you guys know, that's where the money's at. If you can start booking groups, that's really where you're going to see big commission opportunities. So every month we have live webinars to educate you on our groups process. And with that, I know it was a brief presentation on my end, but again, my name's Rob Price. I'm the BDM for the Southeast. And if you need your BDM contact, you can always go on our site and there's a BDM finder to find your specific contact. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Suzanne and Carlos.
Thank you, Rob. So much
Thank you. Thank you.
information. We're so excited about Partner of the Month, as we are every single year at this time. And I apologize, everybody. I know that the questions were coming in, but I was trying to advance the slides and answer some questions. So I know I missed a few, but again, you can always go to Iberostar's resource page to get the contact information for your respective BDM. So we still have a few more minutes. I don't think the platform's going to cut us off.
And if it cuts us off, it'll be what it is.
But we'll
Angela
still go
Newby.
through, absolutely, and try to answer a little bit more of the questions here. But
So I'll
again,
grab this one right now. Angela Newby.
perfect.
It is so beautiful. Which property is the best one for scuba divers? It has the Dressel Drivers Drive Shop on property. Yes, I would say Cozumel. Cozumel by far. The bungalow type rooms are really pretty new as far as newly renovated, and we're right there, right from when they leave their room to get to the pier and jump on a boat. They're going to be at the reef within 20 minutes, whereas anyone else on the island has to take a transfer, then get to there, then get to the boat, then get to the reef. Our pier is right on site, and yes, that is our Iberostar. Is it a selection? Cozumel?
No, it's an Iberostar.
No, it's Iberostar Cozumel.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rob, can you give us the address again, the email address for the Waves program, the account?
Yeah, when you go to the brand new website, aljvacations.com, and log in with your Vax ID, it'll show up under the rewards tab. There'll be a link to get to Waves under rewards.
All right. Looks like Clara, where do we find these slides? We actually don't share the presentation. However, this one is being recorded. So you can access this and potentially screenshot them and steal them maybe if you want. You're more than welcome to do that. The properties that offer pickleball are looking at, I know we just got brand new nets and equipment at Paraíso, so in Riviera Maya. We can convert the ones in Playa Mita, the tennis courts, as well as in Jamaica. So you're looking at pretty much everywhere we are. I'm not quite 100% sure with regard to Bavaro, but I know we do have tennis courts, so that to me tells me that that's definitely at least a possibility.
Yasmin, she wants to know how to find the agent slide. Again, if you go to iberostaragents.com/US, you will see the BDM contact information and also contact information for the individual resorts as well. And you'll be able to pull up and see which BDM is your person for your particular state.
So, Jamal, good question. Can 2 passengers or 2 guests book the 2-bedroom suites? There is a 4-person minimum, but I have seen where if you do want the 2-bedroom suite and you do want to get it, you'd have to pay for the 4 and have 2 in there. I've seen where 3 people stay, but they pay for a 4th, and they were willing to do that. So I would assume that that would transfer over to having 2 guests in there, so long as the 4 were paid for. That is what I saw recently, actually, within the last week or so. I had that come up. So yes, but probably not going to want to do that because you're paying for 2 guests that aren't even going to be there. Yes, family suites are guaranteed connecting rooms. They are considered 1 room, even though it is 2 separate rooms as 1 category. Best way to ensure room selection is honored for your guests. I mean, by category, you're guaranteed the category you book. Now, as far as where, there's only 2 ways to be able to do that, and that's booking through Iberostar.com and or through our pro agents, which honestly I don't recommend doing. Our platform's a little antiquated and clunky and not exactly how we in the US do business. So I would really prefer you to book through ALGV and through Vax. Make it streamlined, make it easy for you. but definitely, yeah. I mean, you could technically do it direct, but I don't think it's worth it for you guys. I'd rather keep your business and keep you happy.
Yeah.
Recently booked destination wedding at Del Mar. Thank you, Diane.
Awesome.
What's stuff from New Jersey? Chicago. Cruz Brothers. Man, we got everybody in here.
All over. This is wonderful. How to get information for your bride and group. I think it should have been groomed for the comp nights. Again, you can go to iberostaragents.com/US, and under promotions, that tab, it'll give you 3 promotions that we're currently running, and it will give you detailed information for that wedding promo as well.
So I'm going to put in the chat right now the web link to the weddings part of iberostaragents.com. And there you can see the lookbook, see everything that's offered with regard to different kind of, not packages, but offerings for color settings and themes, so to speak.
And also, and I think Carlos mentioned earlier, but the email addresses for golf and weddings are now posted on the new website as well. So if you have anybody, or if you have questions about booking weddings with us, I believe for Jamaica, it's weddingsjm@iberostar.com. Mexico is weddingsmx@iberostar.com. And of course, Dominican Republic would be weddingsdr@iberostar.com. If you need to get a hold of any of the wedding coordinators, they'll be more than happy to assist you. And same thing with golf as well. All right.
I'm looking to organize a wellness conference with yoga, sound healing, massages, etc. Who would I contact to organize that? I mean, Brenda, reach out to your BDM and see what put it together, see what you're going to do, and we'll make sure that we choose the right location for you guys.
The right location, and more than likely